Hi everybody, my name is Terry and I'm from Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and the Junk Journal and Paper Crafts group. I know. So be sure to go over there and visit all of those groups. We've got all kinds of fun stuff going on. We have several days a week that are what I call special days or event days, and one of them you can post your YouTube channel for people to go check you out. The other one of the other days is you can post your Etsy shops for people to go check out. So and I'm pretty open as far as posting your videos. You can post, you know, your videos every day. Just don't bombard me with a bunch of videos from you every day. So the links to the groups are all down below, so don't worry about that. The link to this kit is going to be below as well. And apparently I've been telling you wrong the whole time. It's called Hippie Junk Journal Bundle. Okay? And I did get the name of the place right, which is Junk Journal Focus. And that's on Etsy. All right. So I apologize for not giving you the right name of the kit. I knew it was Hippie Junk Journal, and I thought it was kit, but it's bundle. Okay, so we've done page 1. This is getting heavy. 2, 3, 4. Now, we've done 5, 6, and 7. The main problem is, you see this here, this thickness. So you have to kind of hold this down to close these, or to open these. Not to open them, to close the page. So I stuck a piece of manila folder here because the magnets were so tight they were pulling each other off the page. So I just stuck this in here in between temporarily. So we're going to cover these 3. And we're going to just do it with this. Yeah, these 3 are different. But we're going to put them on as pockets. So I put another piece of tape on the magnet that goes this way. So it makes it smooth when it goes in and out. You know, it just slides right over. We had the piece of tape going this way, and that left the edge of the magnet to get hit by any kind of a card going in. So we're going to try to do that. And then the middle one will be a writing area. So we're going to start with 11. We're going to go as far as we can. Well, maybe we should... No, because it's going to push, and I want to make sure to get this flower. So let's make sure if we push this up a little bit, we can go over a little further. Yeah, that makes it harder to get the tags out. Unless I put tabs on them all, which would be easy to do. But I don't like the way that looks versus the way this looks. So we're going to do it this way. So we're going to make a mark so we can tell what we're doing. Okay. Then let's take this one. Thought I wrote that down far enough, huh? Surprise. My lesson. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to go all the way to here. Maybe my white chalk is going to be better. Go there. And all the way to there. Once I cut this, then the length will be right for all of them. So I'll do that first. My silly phone starts dinging. You know, we might could use this on this page instead of the piece of paper I've got set aside. Let's take a look at that. Okay, oops, I marked that already. I like this piece of paper so much. Okay. Then this one. Just going to go to here. And then you always end up cutting a little off the end because of the gaps. I want to keep these flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it up and cut the piece off from the top. Did I cut them all too long? Okay, and then we'll cut this one off right here. Figured I would cut them all first and then we'd have one ink session. So we'll only do the top and the bottom ones as pockets, maybe. I don't know, this is one of the good ones to do as a pocket. Maybe we'll do all three. Wow, I just got a pain in my ear all of a sudden. Whew. Sure hope that goes away. It's a sinus thing, I'm sure. Something shifted somewhere. Yeah, it feels better. It was kind of a doozy there for a minute. I was like, wow. Okay. So let's get them glued on. It's getting to be a big boy, I'm telling you. Big, big book. What am I doing? I'm gluing. Then I'll make the tags off camera. They're just going to be big long tags, that's all. Full lumpy bumpy. Okay, so we've got our pocket here. And that's definitely going to have to let them dry before we try to make the cards anyway. Yeah, I don't feel like I put enough glue on that top one, so put a little extra on this one. Yeah, these work good as pockets. I'm not going to have super wide tags. They'll be alright. This one's going to be the skinniest. It's the smoothest too, I think. Like a baby's bottom. I was just double checking where to put the glue. If you put your fingers on the side you don't want to glue, then you'll be A-okay. Yeah, that worked out fine right there at that corner. There we go. One nice big page. Okay. Then on this side, we're going to have a big long belly band with a great big Wilds card. Okay. We're going to use a manila folder on either side and put the paper in the center. So we'll do that last. Well, the card's going to be last, but. So we've got this to make. And this to make. And then actually, I think all we have to do, oh no, we have to trim this one back. I want to keep this side. You want to cut it right there. The chalk helps you see the lead line if you put the paper or pencil down first. Okay, and we're going to glue this big old bad boy on there. You know, this is 11 1/4 by 8 3/4. It is not a small book. It's close to the biggest one I've done. I think I did one a little bit bigger. Well, it would have to be because the paper is 8.5 by 11. So it couldn't really be much bigger. I wasn't able to get the glue off of that green sweatshirt because it's Fabri-Tac. It's fabric glue. I tried shaving it with one of those shavers, but it was really smooth on there, so that did not work. We're going to put the belly band right here. Okay. So, this is wider than the other paper that I had. So I kind of like it better. Let's see now. That's the right size, but we want it to be a little bit shorter because we need the manila folder to show. So let's cut 1/4 of an inch off, so we have an 1/8 and an 1/8. Let's see about that. That looks about right. So let's put this on here. And we'll make it this wide. And we'll make it this long. And that will give us our belly band. Yep, that's fine that it's a little short, as long as we put a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom. And the paper goes on the inside. That's fine. Okay, let's ink everything. We don't have to go too far in on this because the paper goes, you know, fairly close to the edge. Don't have to go as far in as we do on this. paper clips are hard to see against all that activity. I think they came together well though, you know, all the different patterns, especially since we were able to use like a whole page. And that kind of calmed it down a little bit. I'm thinking maybe of putting a belly band on the top and the bottom and having a card and a card, right? And then having the writing space. I'll decide and do that off camera. That way we'll get done in this video. Because the back one's super easy. Even easier than this one. Because we're going to do the back one before we do the card for this one, and then if we have enough time, we'll do the card for this one, the great big card. Take longer to ink than it does to put the page together. It's got that big flower in the middle on the top. I didn't even notice. Okay. Nifty Neato. It's a pretty long belly band, so we want to make sure to get enough glue at the top and the bottom. It's going to make our card a little bit shorter, but I'd rather err on the side of having too much glue than not enough. Okay. I wanted to put it farther this way. That's all right. We see these flowers that way. Okay, then these should snap too. And then when we go to close it is when we have to kind of hold this crazy curly corner down. All right, and then we're going to glue this to this as a pocket. So we just need to glue the top and the bottom. And we're not going to paper this because it's a tab. Makes our life easier. The only thing is I wish that I had stamped these before we did anything else so I could lay them out flat, you know what I mean, and get a good stamp. Now it's pretty much too late. You know what I mean, because you'd have to hold your hand and I don't think you would get an even stamp at all. So let's have a piece of glitter. I wonder where that came from. Already thinking Christmas, huh? So I'll need to make a great big card to go in here. Then we're going to take these two papers and I'm going to paper this with this, and then leave the flowers. And then paper it with this as a pocket. You get my drift? And then I'm definitely getting this butterfly in. So it's going to be pretty thin. Just enough. Oh, it's not going to get the whole butterfly. Well, just look at that. If I put the butterfly here, because the hummingbird's on this side of the, well, yeah, we'll have enough room if we do it that way. Okay. Let's get this inked. Wow. Wow. We're just kind of zooming along, aren't we? So there's going to be 3 big pages, 3 big pocket cards back here. And that will give us plenty of writing space in this journal. Even though it won't look that way when you first look at it, it'll just look all paisley, crazy. Okay, so I'll put this one down. Not very often you glue down the whole 8.5 by 11. So anyway, I'm going to order another green dachshund sweatshirt to wear out. And then I can wear that one in here. It won't matter. I can stay warm this winter. And I won't have to worry about it. I mean, I'm not going to trash it on purpose. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, look what I did. Mark this. I figured that was going along way too easily. So now I have to wait for this to dry. Let's make the card for the other page. Can you see how it rolls up into these big glue balls? And then you can take it right off the page if you get it quick enough. This way we can work on it. It'll still be a little tacky probably, but we can open the page up and work on the page before. Can't believe I didn't think about that. I'm like, slap that down. Just slap that page down. If you could see the carpet, it's totally trashed. Little glue dots that have got dirt on them. But when and if I ever move out of here, the carpet's going to come out. They remodel and they're putting in that vinyl that looks like hardwood. So I don't have to worry about any kind of a fee. Especially after 13 years, they would replace the carpet, even if it was carpet anyway, I would hope so. Okay. And it shows you how long it takes Fabri-Tac to dry, that I was able to go all the way back around and get most of that off. It'll help when we go to re-glue it as well. It won't reactivate, you know, by being on there. Okay, so let's go back in here. Let's see if we can make our big hippie card. That's what I'm calling it. I want to keep this part as much as I can anyway. So we're going to put it in like this. From now on, it's just kind of trimming by eye for me. You may want to remeasure. Let's round the corners. Glue's almost dry enough to should probably stencil something on the back of there or something. I think I marked that paper, so I think all I have to do is trim it, but I'm not sure. I'll double check it. And like I said, I printed on the back with just a generic backing paper. I bought some coffee dyed plain paper pack, and it was different colors, and a couple of them had coffee stains on them, you know, coffee cup stains, so on and so forth. And so they work well for backing, you know, papers for cards. Okay. Let's go back over here. Okay. That's going to mess up our other images, isn't it? We may just end up with the hummingbird. Wow, we're going to see that glue. I'm going to have to take it off some more. Anywhere I accidentally got glue, I have to make sure and get it off, because we're only going to paper to here. So we're going to put it there and straight down. We should almost put this on as a pocket. I think we should. Okay, so we don't want to glue this side. I don't know though. That's going to kind of glue shut, isn't it? Let's just glue it down. still all goopy on the paper, so I'm having to stand up to glue this. If there was a second ding right after that, then it's time for chat. Ended up cutting that big butterfly off. Yeah, and then we can put a belly band over here and get a third card on. Or to take one of these. It's already inked. It's too wide. I could make it narrower, but that would be awfully skinny, wouldn't it? Well, let's glue this on as a pocket and then we'll look at it. You wouldn't think it, but it's taken a lot of glue to do this. It's so big. Isn't it funny, in the middle of all this, there's that realistic looking hummingbird. Maybe that's why I kind of like it. Or we could just leave it, it's the back. Do you know what I mean? We want it to be able to lay flat. So we've got the pocket here, and we've got the pocket here. We'll have to wait until these dry really well before we go pulling on the corners to make the pockets. Okay? So that's going to be it. 45 minutes. So I'm going to put charms on these. I have to look for some butterflies or something, gold. And then I have some cards to make for back here, right? 3. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we made this big card. Alright, so I have 6 cards to make. And then the book will be done. Six cards and 2 charms. Okay, so that's what we got done. And I want to thank you for spending the last 47 minutes with me. And I will see you in the next video, which will be video 7, and that will be our flip through. Okay, see you then.